Hello, Big Daddy Fun here. Thank you for joining me for today's video. This is the Unbreakable Bedrock. This is season 2 and this is episode 20. As you can see, I have been working with some of the villagers. I've got a number of librarians now. Some of these you saw me get in the last episode and put them in here. After the last episode, one of our fellow players on our server who watches my videos pretty regularly, I think, and also he has his own YouTube channel and I watch all of his videos. The player's name is Ethy. So when I came back in here after the last episode, I came in where the zombie was, where Clyde is, and I saw this. Hope this helps, Ethy. And in here, now I used 2 splash potions of weakness. I cured 2 villagers, and I used 2 golden apples. But he gave me a barrel of golden apples and a barrel of splash potion of weakness. So Ethy, when you watch this video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. When I logged on today, I was down here. I'm working on a special project. I'm not going to open these shulker boxes up yet because they are for a special project that's coming up. I was doing some stuff down here and I came up and then I found this. Again, Ethy dropped by and left a present. So it's a double chest of gunpowder and another double chest of gunpowder. So again, Ethy, thank you so much. While I am at it, I do want to do one thing, and I'm gonna break away because I got to open this shulker box. So I opened that shulker box because I wanted to get some scaffolding, and also what I did was I grabbed some trap doors. And so what I want to do is I've kind of put this off for a little while, and I think it's time that I go ahead and do this. I want to put some trap doors up here by this window. Yeah, I can put some up at that window. Oh! Well, I need to go up here, and I will show you why in just a moment. So, if you can read that, it says, "Congrats, you found me 4 diamond, Ethy." So, Ethy, in one of his videos, showed that he was placing some poisonous apples or poisonous potatoes at places around other players' bases. So that is one of the poisonous apples, and from what I understand, he has placed 2. So I am going to continue keeping my eye out. And if I find another poisonous potato, I will show that to you as I find it. It's the same reason why I have some weaponsmiths, because now I can continue trading this iron and get the emerald. And you'll see at this point I'm starting to get a decent amount of emeralds without really having to do a whole lot. I have been working on the villager trading hall a little bit. I've got a roof over top now, and so let me show you what I did on the inside, and then I want to get started on the project that I've got in store for today. So down here, I know it may look a little funny with the honey blocks up top, but I haven't figured out how I can really get around that, and using the honey blocks to keep the villagers in is what I want to do. So I'm not 100% certain what I'm going to do about that. I'll have to figure that out at some point, but I've got a bunch of villagers in here now. I've got a number of weaponsmiths and some toolsmiths here. Upstairs, I started putting some villagers up here. I have 4 fishermen up here, and so this is what the second floor looks like. I have set up to go around the whole room with villagers, and then I have the back area here set up for villagers as well. Now you might be wondering why I have 2 weaponsmiths or toolsmiths. And here's why. We've got the iron farm at spawn that has been producing iron like crazy, and we actually had to shut it off because it was producing so much iron. These guys will trade iron for emeralds, and so now I can trade 1 iron for 1 emerald, and that's why I have those guys. For today, I want to work on this bridge over here. So I had placed some crimson, I forget even what it's called, but the netherrack that's crimson, because I've been growing some crimson fungus and trying to collect the wood. But over here I started working on building the bridge. And so this is the project that I want to work on today. And so by the end of this project, I'm hoping to have this bridge pretty much done. So what I'm going to go with here is a spruce 4 blocks in the middle, and then oak going around it, and not completing here, just keeping the diamonds going across. And then I'm going to put stone brick as the walls. What I have here is just temporary, and I'm probably going to change it, but I know that the spruce and the oak is going to stay the same. I went in the house to sleep, and I came out and I heard that. So there's apparently a witch, and I'm not really 100% certain where the witch is at. And I know there's a little bit of a cave down here, but I do have it lit up. So the witch doesn't seem to be in there. Huh, found her. So the poison effect really doesn't cause a lot of damage. It's just real annoying. After quite a bit of work, I've come up with what I think will be basically the walkway for the bridge. It didn't quite come out exactly as I would have liked it to have, but since this side is a little bit lower than that side, I had to have more of a step down over here. But I think I'm going to be okay with that. The only thing is now I need to get rid of that cobblestone down there. I have been working on the bridge, and so at this point I have the structure built for the walkway. And so I'll show you what I've got. I've placed slabs down, wood slabs, spruce and oak, going all the way across. This side drops down a little bit more than the other side because this side's a little bit lower than the other side is by maybe a few blocks. And what I plan on doing is probably building up a little bit over here and having a bit of a walkway once it comes down. And I'm hoping to actually turn this area over here into like a farming area. I want to build a bamboo farm, a sugarcane farm, probably a melon and pumpkin farm, also maybe a kelp farm. And I'm probably going to have an area where it's going to be a bunch of wheat, potatoes, carrots, and beetroot. Now, I know a lot of people don't really have much use for beetroot, and neither do I, except that it is something that you can trade with villagers and get emeralds. What I plan on doing is placing a stone brick block, at each of these corners. Now some of them are raised up, and I'm going to place another one at each one, and then I'm going to place a slab where it's only like halfway up. So at each spot it ends up being one full block higher than the bridge. And then where it transitions down, I'm going to throw an extra slab on, so you can't just walk out over. So to be just like that, and then I'll place this slab going the whole way across here, and block here, here, and slabs. So now I think that should take care of that side. And I want to see what it looks like on the side here. So at this point you're still going to be able to see some of the wood underneath, and I'm okay with that, because what's going to happen is probably with these three blocks here, and then I'll pick 3 blocks on the other side, I'm going to build pillars and try to make it somewhat arched here. It's going to be difficult because I can't really use stairs, because with it being at a diagonal. But I'm going to see what I can do, and I'll be honest with you, this is pretty much about the first bridge that I'm building. So this is all kind of new to me. I placed some stone bricks going down for a 3-column. Basically, it's going to be three columns that go all the way down to the bottom. And then what I'm hoping to do is make an arch somewhat up around, and then from this column over to probably about there is make another small arch, and the same thing over here. I'm not certain that I can pull this off, but I'm most certainly gonna try. And this episode's actually taking me quite a while to work on, because in a way I just kind of really don't know what I'm doing with building a bridge. But I'm gonna wing it as I can, or as I go along here, and see how I can get this all to work out. I came out and I was going to work on the arch over in this section here. And let me show you what happened. As I came over here, I heard a drowned gurgling, and I looked down, and it was a drowned with a trident. And so I shot him a couple times with my bow, and lo and behold, he dropped his trident. So now I have myself a trident. I might be one of the first people on the server that has a trident. I don't think too many people do. This is pretty much about what the bridge is going to look like on either side. I just got to mirror this onto the other side. The other thing is these pylons are going to go all the way down to the bottom. I still need to take this ruined portal away, because I don't want that down there. I started clearing some of it, and then I started having to deal with quite a few drowns. And since I didn't really have anything to combat them with at a distance, I just got out of the water. Now, what I want to do is I want to take this trident, and I'm going to get mending, and I'm breaking 3 for on it. I have been doing some work off camera. I finished the pillars all the way down to the bottom. These weren't too bad, but over here, and I did put mending, and I'm breaking 3 and loyalty 3 on my trident, and I've been having to kill quite a few drowns in this area. But let me show you, so you can see this side wasn't super bad as far as the columns, but this side here went down quite a bit. So somebody wants to have a trident fight. So I got another trident. I'm going to tell you, I have been very lucky in this world as far as tridents so far. That's only about the 4th drowned that I found, that I saw that had a trident, and I got a trident from him. So Anyway, as I was saying before I was interrupted, these columns here took quite a bit to build to come up. As you can see, I had the columns on the other side now, and I mirrored what was on this side on that side there as well. Just kind of curious if there's any more drowns down here. The other thing that I was going to say, and I started, I think, when that drown interrupted me, I took away everything from the ruined the ocean ruin, I guess is what they're called down here. And so I took away all the netherrack, the obsidian, and all the magma blocks. I basically built some stone brick walls up a little bit, put some spruce fence up above, and then placed the lantern on. And I tried to space them out a little bit. It's a little bit on the darker side here towards the middle, but I think it's going to be okay. And so at some point what I want to do is on this end, I want to, like I said, I want to do some terraforming here and try to build up a little bit, and maybe make the put some dirt up at the level where the cobblestone is here, and maybe fill in a little bit here and try to utilize this area back in here. This is what the bridge looks like as you would be coming in. I think it actually turned out pretty decent. It's not exactly what I was hoping for. Part of the difficulty was, like I said, trying to build the bridge at a diagonal. It kind of eliminated the ability to be able to use stairs in some ways. I could probably use some stairs up in here and maybe, make it look a little bit different. But I'm happy with it the way it is. And so I'm gonna, I think, leave it as it is. I might get some ideas afterwards and add to it or subtract. I'm not really sure. But as of right now, I'm happy with it. And so let me take you up and I'll show you on the top side of the bridge. This is how the bridge looks going across. I did add another light post here in the middle, just to make sure that the middle is lit up, and so there won't be any mobs spawning on here. And so I think all in all it turned out pretty well. With the sun setting at my back and what I consider to be a job well done, I'm happy with the bridge and I'm feeling like it's complete. I am going to end this episode. I want to thank you for watching today's episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun for the most part doing this video. I will tell you that this video has been one of the most difficult for me. It's taken me quite a while to build this bridge. It took me a while to edit. I have most everything edited, so from the time that I finish recording this until the time it's up on YouTube, it should be a relatively quick turnaround. But it has been very difficult for me in many ways. It's the first real bridge that I built, and the video itself, I had a bunch of stuff. It was kind of like all over the place and really had to work to edit it. So I hope that you do enjoy this video. I want to thank you again. I appreciate every one of you. I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, good night, whatever it is for you. I will catch you next time, and until then, I'm Big Daddy Fun.